and the towel.
That's good. And remember that when we get there.
Hey there, Henry Danger fans. Welcome back to the channel, where we dive into all things nostalgic and iconic. And today, we've got a real treat for you. We're rewinding the clock to one of Nickelodeon's most legendary shows, Henry Danger. Can you believe it's been years since the show first hit our screens in 2014? Time flies, but the impact Henry Danger left on us is truly unforgettable. For those of you who grew up watching Henry Hart's incredible journey, you know exactly what I'm talking about. From juggling his double life as a normal teenager by day and superhero sidekick by night to keeping his crime-fighting gig a secret from his friends, Henry Danger was packed with epic moments. And who can forget Captain Man? The overly dramatic, slightly egotistical, but oh-so-hilarious superhero who had us laughing through all 5 seasons. Together, Henry and Captain Man gave us some of the funniest, most action-packed moments in Nickelodeon history. But it wasn't just the superhero showdowns that made Henry Danger special. It was the characters. Whether it was Henry's tech genius best friend Charlotte, his hilariously clueless buddy Jasper, or even his over-the-top little sister Piper, every character brought something unique to the table. Each episode left us wanting more, with its perfect mix of adventure, humor, and heartwarming friendships. And let's not forget all the wild inventions, insane villains, and jaw-dropping plot twists that kept us on the edge of our seats. But now that the show has come to an end, the big question remains. What have the cast members been up to since Henry Danger? We all watched them grow up before our eyes on the show, but after the camera stopped rolling, their journeys were far from over. In today's video, we're going to take a deep dive into the lives of your favorite cast members, both then and now. From Jace Norman, who played the legendary Kid Danger, to Reel Downs, the brains behind Charlotte Page, and of course, Cooper Barnes, our one and only Captain Man. This video is packed with updates, surprises, and some mind-blowing transformations that are going to leave you in absolute awe. You might think you know what the cast has been up to, but trust me, some of their new ventures will completely surprise you. From starring in new TV shows and films to launching their own businesses, this talented crew has been up to some seriously amazing things. You won't believe how much they've evolved since the days of Swellview's most iconic superheroes. But before we jump in, you know the drill. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button. It lets us know you're loving the content and helps more fans like you find us. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on all our latest updates and exclusive looks behind the scenes. We've got a treasure trove of nostalgic content lined up for you. From deep dives into your favorite childhood shows to catching up with the stars you grew up with. You won't want to miss what we've got coming your way. Henry Danger. A quick recap. All right, before we dive into where the cast of Henry Danger is now, let's rewind and take a quick trip down memory lane for anyone who might be new to the Henry Danger fandom, or if you just need a refresher on why this show became such a phenomenon. Buckle up, because we're about to revisit the world of Swellview. The show made its grand debut on Nickelodeon back in July 2014. It was created by none other than Dan Schneider, the mastermind behind some of the biggest teen hits like iCarly and Victorious. When you see Schneider's name attached to a project, you know it's going to be big, and Henry Danger was no exception. The story centers around Henry Hart, played by Jace Norman, an average 13-year-old kid from Swellview with the usual teenage problems: homework, hanging out with friends, and surviving high school. But everything changes when Henry stumbles upon a life-changing opportunity that literally turns his world upside down. He ends up landing the coolest after-school job ever, becoming the sidekick to Swellview's local superhero, Captain Man. Now, Captain Man, played by Cooper Barnes, isn't your typical superhero. Sure, he's strong, invincible, and fights crime with style, but he's also got a flair for the dramatic and a habit of being just a little bit over the top. His powers come from an indestructibility experiment gone right, which leaves him immune to harm. But Captain Man knows he can't protect the city alone, so he recruits Henry to be his trusty sidekick, Kid Danger in hopes of training him to eventually take over the job. Sounds like a dream come true, right? Well, it's not all smooth sailing for Henry. On the surface, Henry is just a regular kid going to school, hanging out with his two best friends, Charlotte and Jasper. But underneath all that, he's hiding a huge secret, that he's actually a superhero in training. Only Charlotte, played by Reel Downs, and Jasper, played by Sean Ryan Fox, are in on the secret. Henry's double life makes for some seriously hilarious situations as he tries to balance normal teenage stuff, like doing his homework or making it home by curfew, with battling supervillains and saving the day. But what makes Henry Danger so special isn't just the action-packed crime-fighting moments or the high-tech gadgets, although those are pretty awesome. It's the friendships and the humor that really set this show apart. Whether it's Henry and Charlotte's brilliant teamwork, Jasper's goofy yet loyal antics, or Captain Man's larger-than-life personality, the show brought a perfect blend of comedy, heart, and adventure that kept viewers hooked for 5 incredible seasons. From fighting off quirky villains like Dr. Minyak and the Toddler to inventing outrageous gadgets with Schwoz, played by Michael D. Cohen, the gang always managed to keep Swellview safe while delivering laugh-out-loud moments that fans of all ages could enjoy. The show officially wrapped up in 2020 after 5 unforgettable seasons, but let's be real. Henry Danger wasn't just a show, it was a cultural moment for Nickelodeon fans. It created a loyal fan base who loved watching Henry grow from an awkward teenager into a confident superhero. And although the original series came to an end, the fun didn't stop there. The Henry Danger universe continued with Danger Force, a spin-off that follows Captain Man as he trains a new group of kid superheroes to take on crime in Swellview. It's packed with new faces, new powers, and even more hilarious adventures. But today, we're focusing on the OG cast, the ones who stole our hearts and made us laugh from the very first episode. We're talking about Jace Norman, who brought Henry Hart to life with his perfect mix of charm and bravery, Reel Downs as the quick-thinking Charlotte, and Cooper Barnes, who played the unforgettable, always epic Captain Man. We'll also be checking in on the rest of the gang like Sean Ryan Fox, Jasper, and Ella Anderson Piper to see what they've been up to since the show wrapped. Trust me when I say, you're not going to believe some of the amazing things these talented actors have been up to lately. From new acting roles to surprising career moves, the cast has been busy making waves in Hollywood and beyond. So without further ado, let's dive into the world of Henry Danger and catch up with where these incredible stars are today. First up, the star of the show, Jace Norman. When Henry Danger premiered in 2014, Jace was just 14 years old, and boy did he take the world by storm. He played Henry Hart, the relatable teen who had the ultimate dream job, working alongside Captain Man as Kid Danger. Jace's character was funny, brave, and of course a little bit awkward, just like any other teenager trying to balance school and saving the world. Back then, Jace was a rising star with tons of potential, and Henry Danger gave him the perfect platform to shine. Fans quickly fell in love with his comedic timing, boy-next-door charm, and ability to make even the most ridiculous situations seem believable. And let's be real, who didn't want to be Kid Danger? He got to fight crime, use awesome gadgets, and still hang out with his friends. But here's the real kicker, what's Jace been up to since Henry Danger ended? Well, buckle up because his journey has been incredible. After Henry Danger wrapped in 2020, Jace didn't waste any time. He continued working with Nickelodeon, starring in TV movies like Blurt and Bixler High Private Eye. But that's not all. Jace also took on a role behind the camera. He started his own marketing agency, Creator Edge, which helps influencers connect with brands. Talk about going from superhero to businessman. Jace has also become an advocate for kids with learning disabilities. In interviews, he's been open about his struggles with dyslexia, and he's using his platform to raise awareness and inspire young fans who face similar challenges. In fact, his transparency and success despite dyslexia have made him a role model for so many people around the world. But here's where things get even cooler. Rumor has it that Jace might be venturing into the world of producing and directing. He's expressed a real interest in being more involved behind the scenes, and if his entrepreneurial skills are anything to go by, we're sure he's going to kill it in whatever he does next. On the personal side, Jace has kept things pretty private, but from what we've seen on his social media, he's all about enjoying life, staying fit, and focusing on new creative projects. Oh, and here's a fun fact. Did you know Jace actually broke his leg while filming the last season of Henry Danger? Yep, he kept filming with a cast and even joked about it on Instagram. Now that's what we call dedication. All in all, Jace Norman has come a long way since his Henry Danger days, and we can't wait to see what he does next. Whether he's acting, producing, or continuing to build his business empire, one thing's for sure. Jace is here to stay, and we're here for it. Next up, we have the indestructible Captain Man, played by the one and only Cooper Barnes. Cooper's portrayal of Captain Man was equal parts hilarious and heroic. As Ray Manchester, aka Captain Man, he was the mentor Henry needed. Tough, a little bit vain, but with a heart of gold. And let's be honest, Captain Man's over-the-top antics had us laughing in almost every episode. Back in 2014, Cooper Barnes was already a seasoned actor. He had appeared in various TV shows and films, but Henry Danger was his big break in the world of children's television. Captain Man's exaggerated confidence, dramatic flair, and endless ego were all played to perfection by Cooper. Whether he was guiding Henry through superhero training or hilariously mishandling a crime scene, Captain Man was always the life of the party. Fast forward to today, and Cooper is still rocking it. Not only did he reprise his role as Captain Man in the spin-off series Danger Force, but he's also taken on more responsibilities behind the camera. Cooper co-produced and directed several episodes of Danger Force, showing that he's not just an actor, he's a storyteller in every sense of the word. But Cooper's talents don't stop there. Did you know he's an accomplished voice actor too? That's right. Cooper has lent his voice to characters in animated shows like The Loud House and The Adventures of Kid Danger. His voice acting skills are top-notch, bringing the same energy and humor to the animated world that he brought to Henry Danger. Here's something that might surprise you. Cooper Barnes is also a talented artist. Yep, when he's not busy being a superhero, he's drawing. Cooper frequently shares his artwork on social media, and let me tell you, it's pretty impressive. From comic book style sketches to more abstract designs, his creativity seems to have no limits. And if you're wondering what Cooper's personal life looks like these days, well, he's doing just fine. He's a proud dad and often posts adorable photos of his daughter on Instagram. His family life seems to be filled with love and laughter, just like his character Captain Man. Plus, he's got a pretty epic Star Wars collection, which he's shown off in a few posts. Definitely a major fan. Cooper Barnes has evolved from playing a goofy superhero to becoming a multi-talented actor, director, producer, and artist. His journey is far from over, and we can't wait to see what Captain Man has in store for us in the future. Now, let's talk about Relay Downs, aka Charlotte Page. Charlotte was the tech-savvy, no-nonsense best friend we all wanted in our lives. From day one, Charlotte was always one step ahead, whether it was cracking a security code or helping Henry navigate the challenges of superhero life. Fans loved her intelligence, sass, and loyalty to her friends. When Henry Danger started, Riley was only 13, but she quickly proved herself as a powerhouse actress. Her chemistry with Jace Norman and Sean Ryan Fox was undeniable, and her comedic timing made Charlotte one of the most beloved characters on the show. So what has Relay Downs been up to since Henry Danger? Well, she's been killing it. After the show ended, Reel continued to expand her acting career. One of her standout roles was in the Netflix film All About the Washingtons, where she played one of the lead characters. The show didn't last long, but it gave Reel the opportunity to showcase her versatility as an actress. But acting isn't Riele's only talent. She's also a budding filmmaker. That's right. Riele has been working behind the scenes, writing scripts, and working on creative projects that she hopes to bring to life. She's passionate about creating stories that reflect diverse voices, and she's determined to make her mark in the industry not just as an actress, but as a filmmaker too. Off-screen, Riele is a major fashionista. Her Instagram is filled with bold, colorful outfits that showcase her unique style. From streetwear to high fashion, Riele's looks are always on point, and her fans can't get enough. Plus, she's an advocate for self-love and empowerment, often sharing positive messages and inspiring her followers to embrace their individuality. Here's a fun fact. Riele is super close with her Henry Danger co-stars. She and Jace Norman have remained good friends since the show ended, and their off-screen bond is just as strong as it was on screen. It's always heartwarming to see cast members stay connected after a show wraps up, and Riele's friendship with Jace is proof that the Henry Danger family is for life. Real Downs has come a long way from her Henry Danger days, and she's just getting started. Whether she's acting, writing, or making bold fashion statements, Riele is a force to be reckoned with. We can't wait to see what she does next. Jasper Dunlop, Henry's loyal, goofy best friend. Played by Sean Ryan Fox, Jasper was always there to provide comic relief, whether he was getting into ridiculous situations or coming up with wild schemes. Jasper's quirky personality made him a fan favorite, and Sean Ryan Fox brought the perfect mix of humor and heart to the role. When Henry Danger premiered, Sean was already an experienced young actor. He had appeared in shows like Criminal Minds and Kickin' It, but it was Henry Danger that really put him on the map. Jasper's hilarious antics, paired with his sweet loyalty to Henry, made him an unforgettable character. Since Henry Danger ended, Sean Ryan Fox has been busy pursuing new projects. He's done voice work for animated shows like The Loud House and even ventured into the world of music. That's right, Sean is also a singer. He's released a few singles over the past few years, and his fans have been loving his new sound. From acting to singing, Sean is showing that he's got a wide range of talents. But that's not all. Sean has also continued to act in TV movies and independent films. He's been exploring different genres and honing his craft, proving that he's more than just the funny sidekick. Sean's dedication to his work is paying off, and it's clear that he's in this industry for the long haul. One of the coolest things about Sean is his close friendship with Jace Norman. The two have stayed tight since their Henry Danger days, and their off-screen bromance is just as strong as ever. They've been spotted hanging out together at events, and their social media posts show that their bond goes beyond the screen. It's always fun to see real-life friendships that started on set, and Sean and Jace's friendship is definitely one for the books. Sean Ryan Fox may have played the goofy sidekick on Henry Danger, but today he's proving that he's got serious star power. Whether he's acting, singing, or just being his charming self, we're excited to see what Sean does next. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about Ella Anderson, who played Piper Hart, Henry's younger sister. Piper was known for her dramatic tantrums, her obsession with social media, and her hilarious one-liners. She was the ultimate annoying little sister, but deep down, Piper loved her big brother, and Ella Anderson played the role to perfection. When Henry Danger first aired, Ella was just 9 years old. But don't let her age fool you. She was a seasoned actress even then. She had appeared in shows like A&T Farm and Dog with a Blog before landing the role of Piper. And let's just say, Ella had the comedic timing of someone twice her age. Whether Piper was freaking out over a social media mishap or getting herself into trouble, Ella made sure every scene was laugh-out-loud funny. So what's Ella been up to since Henry Danger ended? Well, she's been super busy. After the show, Ella continued her acting career and starred in several films, including the critically acclaimed drama The Glass Castle, where she acted alongside Hollywood heavyweights like Brie Larson and Woody Harrelson. Her performance was praised by critics, proving that Ella is more than just a comedic actress. She's got serious dramatic chops, too. Ella has also been focusing on her music career. She's been writing and recording original songs, and fans have been loving the sneak peeks she shared on social media. Ella's music is personal and heartfelt, and it's clear that she's passionate about sharing her voice with the world. Who knows, maybe we'll see her top the charts someday. But one of the coolest things about Ella is how down-to-earth she is. Despite her success, she stayed grounded and continues to connect with her fans in a real and genuine way. Whether she's sharing behind-the-scenes stories or just goofing off on TikTok, Ella is always relatable and fun to watch. Ella Anderson has grown up a lot since her days as Piper Hart, and she's showing no signs of slowing down. Whether she's acting, singing, or just being her awesome self, we can't wait to see what she does next. Piper would definitely approve. Let's start with Jace Norman, the star who played Henry Hart. Believe it or not, when Jace first auditioned for the role of Henry, he was super nervous. He later admitted that he wasn't sure if he was going to get the part, but the producers saw something special in him right away. After nailing the audition, Jace became the face of Nickelodeon's superhero universe, and fans immediately fell in love with his portrayal of Kid Danger. What many people don't know is that Jace was a bit of a prankster on set. He loved pulling jokes on his co-stars, especially Cooper Barnes, who played Captain Man. The two developed a hilarious off-screen friendship, and you can actually see some of their blooper moments in the outtakes. Speaking of Cooper Barnes, here's a fun fact. Even though he played the ultra-confident and indestructible Captain Man, Cooper is actually British. Yep, he grew up in England before moving to the US, and fans are often surprised to hear his real accent in interviews. Cooper also got really involved in the action sequences. He wasn't just acting, he performed many of his own stunts. And for all you Captain Man fans out there, you'll be happy to know that Cooper contributed a lot of creative ideas for his character's over-the-top personality, which added even more humor to the show. Another thing that really made Henry Danger stand out was all the high-tech gadgets and superhero layers. But did you know that the cast had to pretend they knew what half of those gadgets did? Schwoz, the tech genius played by Michael D. Cohen, invented some of the wildest things on the show, like the man cave, the hologram walls, and of course the iconic Beats by Dre headsets that Henry and Captain Man wore to communicate. A lot of the gadgets didn't actually work in real life, so the actors had to rely on their imagination to bring the scenes to life. But that didn't stop them from having fun. The set designers built real-life versions of some of the props, like the tubes that transported Henry into the man cave. Those actually worked, and the actors loved playing around with them during filming. Here's another cool tidbit. Jace Norman and Ryle Downs, who played Charlotte, had such great chemistry that many of their scenes together were completely improvised. The writers trusted them so much that they allowed the two to go off script at times, especially during funny moments. That's why their friendship felt so genuine on screen, because it was. Ryle Downs, known for her quick wit, often came up with clever lines on the spot, making her character even more relatable. It's no wonder Charlotte became one of the fan-favorite characters on the show. Now, let's get into some of the challenges the cast faced while filming. One of the trickiest parts of making Henry Danger was working with all the special effects. From green screens to stunt choreography, the show relied on a lot of technical wizardry to make the superhero world come to life. Jace Norman often mentioned in interviews how weird it was to fight villains that weren't actually there, because they were added in post-production using CGI. Sometimes the cast had to react to explosions or crashes that hadn't been filmed yet, so they were really acting against thin air, but their performances were so believable that you'd never know just how much green screen magic was happening behind the scenes. Another challenge was the show's fast-paced filming schedule. Because Nickelodeon had such high demand for new episodes, the cast often had to film multiple scenes in one day. And since Henry Danger was filled with action scenes, that meant a lot of late nights and intense rehearsals. But the cast took it in stride. They always made time to have fun on set, whether it was throwing a mini party for someone's birthday or playing pranks on each other. Even though the work was tough, the Henry Danger cast truly loved every minute of it. Another fun fact that many fans might not know: Henry Danger was a magnet for special guest stars. Throughout the series, some famous faces popped up in Swellview, including Frankie Grande, Nathan Kress from iCarly, and even Jerry Trainer, who made an appearance as part of a crossover episode. These guest stars brought even more excitement to the show, and the cast always had a blast welcoming these big names onto the set. In fact, Jerry Trainer once mentioned how surreal it was to step into the Henry Danger universe, having come from iCarly, another hit show in the Nickelodeon family. From pranks to unforgettable bloopers and secret on-set traditions, the cast of Henry Danger became more than just colleagues. They became a family. And while the series may have come to an end, these memories live on in the friendships they forged and the hilarious moments we can always go back and watch. Now let's take a moment to talk about you, the fans. Your love for Henry Danger has been absolutely incredible, and it's amazing to see how the show has continued to resonate with audiences even after its finale. We've seen countless fan theories, epic fan art, and even some pretty impressive cosplay of your favorite characters, proving that the impact of Henry Danger reaches far beyond the screen and television, proving her versatility as an actress. And let's not forget Sean, who continues to entertain audiences with his comedy and acting skills. The success of Henry Danger opened doors for all of them, and they've certainly made the most of those opportunities. In addition to its impact on the cast's careers, Henry Danger also created a legacy of positivity and inclusivity. The show addressed important themes such as bravery, friendship, and self-acceptance, making it relatable to kids and families everywhere. The memorable quotes, hilarious catchphrases, and unforgettable moments have become part of pop culture, and fans still quote the show today. As we wrap up this trip down memory lane, it's clear that Henry Danger isn't just a show. It's a beloved part of our lives that continues to resonate with fans old and new. From the hilarious misadventures of Henry Hart to the heartfelt moments shared between friends and family, the series delivered a unique blend of comedy, action, and valuable life lessons. It taught us about bravery, teamwork, and the importance of standing up for what you believe in, all while keeping us entertained with unforgettable characters and laugh-out-loud situations. What truly makes Henry Danger special is the way it fostered a sense of community among fans. The show became a shared experience, with viewers eagerly tuning in each week to see what new shenanigans Kid Danger and Captain Man would get into. Many fans created friendships that extended beyond the screen, bonding over their love for the show and sharing their favorite episodes, quotes, and character moments. It's this camaraderie that underscores the lasting impact of Henry Danger, reminding us all of the power of storytelling to connect people. Moreover, as we mentioned earlier, the legacy of Henry Danger lives on not just in its spin-off series Danger Force, but also through the continued careers of its talented cast. Jace, Reel, Sean, and Ella have all ventured into new projects, showcasing their growth as actors and creators. It's inspiring to see how the experiences they gained on Henry Danger have propelled them into exciting new opportunities, proving that the magic of the show extends far beyond its original run. Whether it's the hilarious catchphrases, the unforgettable characters, or the valuable life lessons embedded within the storylines, Henry Danger has left an indelible mark on the landscape of children's television. And as we reflect on its impact, we can't help but feel a sense of gratitude for all the laughter and joy it has brought into our lives. Even though the series ended, the spirit of Henry Danger continues to thrive through its dedicated fan base and the heartfelt memories we all share. Before we say goodbye, we want to take a moment to thank all of you for joining us on this journey today. Your support means the world to us, and we love sharing these nostalgic explorations with you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content that dives into your favorite shows, characters, and unforgettable moments from television history. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be the first to know when we release new videos. We have a lot of exciting content coming your way that you won't want to miss. And remember, we want to hear from you. What was your favorite episode of Henry Danger? Do you have a character that you resonated with the most? Share your thoughts and memories in the comments below. Your stories are what keep this community alive and vibrant. As we part ways for now, let's celebrate the magic of Henry Danger and the incredible friendships it created. Whether you're planning to binge watch the series again or just reminiscing about your favorite moments, always remember that the adventures of Kid Danger and Captain Man are never truly over. They live on in our hearts and in the bonds we formed as fans. Thank you for being part of our community, and we can't wait to see you in the next video. Until then, Stay safe, keep smiling, and always embrace the superhero within you. Cheers to the memories, friendships, and the enduring spirit of Henry Danger. See you next time.